Imagine finding out the man you love is not only a liar, but is already married with a family. Our story begins with Gina, a successful woman whose life is turned upside down when a woman wielding a machete storms into her home. This isn't a random attack, it's the wife of Sean, the man Gina thought was her perfect boyfriend. Sean had been playing them both, claiming he was single while hiding a whole other life. Heartbroken and terrified, Gina realizes she is no longer safe in her own home. She decides she needs protection and puts out a call for a security guard. Ramsey soon arrives at her gate, looking humble and soft-spoken. Their first meeting is a disaster when a traumatized Gina mistakes him for her cheating ex and almost attacks him. However, Ramsey remains incredibly patient and professional. He takes the job and moves into the boys' quarters, but it doesn't take long for Gina to realize that her new Gateman is far from ordinary. When the obsessed Sean returns and tries to force himself on Gina, Ramsey doesn't just watch the gate, he leaps into action, physically dragging the predator out of the house. At that moment, Gina suffers a severe asthma attack. While her life hangs in the balance, Ramsey rushes to find her inhaler and even runs out to buy a new one, just in time to save her life. As Gina recovers, a strange bond begins to form. Ramsey starts doing things way beyond his job description. One afternoon, he surprises her by cooking a world-class meal, claiming his mother taught him everything in the kitchen. Later, when Gina is struggling with a complex business proposal, Ramsey looks at her notes and offers brilliant advice based on consumer psychology. Unexpectedly, he reveals he actually studied business management. Gina is intrigued and confused. Why is a man this talented and intelligent working as a lowly gateman? Meanwhile, Gina's best friend, Susan, is disgusted by Gina's growing closeness to a servant. Susan introduces Gina to Aaron, a wealthy doctor visiting from the United States. Susan is convinced that Aaron is the perfect match because of his status and money. However, Ramsey continues to prove his worth. After a party where Aaron stands Gina up, she returns home tipsy and shares a deeply emotional moment with Ramsey. In a moment of vulnerability, they share a kiss. But the next morning, Ramsey pulls back, reminding her that he is just a gateman and she deserves someone of her own social class. The tension reaches a breaking point when Aaron, feeling threatened by Ramsey's presence, hires a professional cook named Amara to replace Ramsey's duties in the kitchen. Susan takes it a step further by trying to bribe Ramsey with 7 million naira to leave Gina alone forever. To her shock, Ramsey rejects the money, stating he isn't a charity case or a leech. He genuinely cares for Gina. Eventually, Susan goes behind Gina's back and fires Ramsey, ordering him to pack his bags and leave immediately. When Gina discovers that Ramsey is gone, she finally snaps. She realizes that her wealthy friend and her perfect suitor have been trying to control her life. In a dramatic confrontation, she chooses her heart over her status. She kicks Susan out of her house, declaring that she would rather be with a man who loves her than a man with a title. She runs to Ramsey, begging him to stay, not as a gateman, but as the man she loves. Suddenly, the ultimate twist is revealed. As Ramsey stands before Gina, he isn't in his uniform anymore. He reveals that he was never a poor gateman. In reality, Ramsey is a multi-millionaire who has been betrayed by women seeking his fortune in the past. Amara, the cook, is actually his younger sister, and Aaron, the doctor, is his personal assistant. The entire setup was an elaborate test to see if he could find a woman who would love him for his soul, even when he had nothing to offer but his protection and his cooking. Having found that woman in Gina, Ramsey drops to one knee with a massive diamond ring and asks her to be his wife. Gina says yes, proving that sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in the places we least expect. If you enjoyed this story, Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Blak Nolly for more Nollywood recaps. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next recap.